Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and within 30 minutes of starting your day, feeling your tremors calm down in a way you haven't experienced in months or even years. Picture yourself holding your coffee cup with a steady hand, buttoning your shirt without frustration, signing your name clearly, all before you've even taken your first medication dose of the day. This isn't wishful thinking or some miracle cure being sold in a bottle. This is the result of a specific, scientifically backed morning routine that addresses the root causes of why tremors are typically worst in the morning and gives your nervous system exactly what it needs to function more smoothly. I discovered this routine after years of working with Parkinson's patients who consistently reported that mornings were their most difficult time. The period between waking up and when their first medication dose kicked in was often described as torture, tremors at their peak, rigidity making every movement feel like pushing through concrete, that sense of being trapped in a body that won't cooperate. Most neurologists address this problem by adjusting medication timing or adding a controlled release formulation for overnight. And while these pharmaceutical approaches can help, they're not addressing the underlying physiological reasons why mornings are so difficult. What I'm going to share with you today is a comprehensive morning routine that works with your body's natural rhythms, addresses the specific factors that worsen tremors upon waking, and sets you up for better symptom control throughout the entire day. This routine has 5 key components, each one backed by research and clinical experience, and when you put them all together in the right sequence, the effects can be remarkable. I've had patients report noticeable tremor reduction within just 3 to 5 days of implementing this routine consistently. Some describe it as the most impactful non-pharmaceutical intervention they've ever tried, better than any supplement, better than most medications they've added. The beauty of this approach is that it's completely free, requires no special equipment beyond a few simple items you probably already have, takes only about 30 to 40 minutes, which is time well spent given the benefits, and has 0 negative side effects. In fact, every component of this routine supports not just tremor reduction, but overall health and well-being. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do from the moment you wake up to minimize your tremors and start your day with more control and confidence. I'll explain not just what to do, but why each step works, so you understand the science behind the routine. I'll also share specific tips for making this sustainable and modifications for different levels of mobility and symptom severity. If you've been struggling with morning tremors and rigidity, if you've felt like a prisoner in your own body during those first hours of the day, if you've wondered whether there's anything beyond medication that can help, pay very close attention, because what you're about to learn could transform your mornings and give you back a sense of control you may have thought was lost forever. Before we dive into the 5 components of this tremor-reducing morning routine, I'd love to know where you're watching from today. Drop a comment below with your location and let me know what time of day is typically hardest for you with tremors. Is it morning, like we're discussing today? Or do you find afternoons or evenings more challenging? Understanding your patterns can help you apply these strategies most effectively, and your input helps our community learn from each other's experiences. The first component of this morning routine is something that needs to happen before you even get out of bed, and it addresses one of the primary reasons why tremors are often worst upon waking: overnight dehydration. During the 7 or 8 hours you're sleeping, your body continues to lose water through breathing, sweating, and metabolic processes. But obviously you're not drinking anything to replace those losses. By morning, most people wake up in a mildly dehydrated state. This matters enormously for tremor control, because even mild dehydration affects nervous system function. Studies have shown that dehydration reduces blood flow to the brain, impairs neurotransmitter function, increases the stress hormone cortisol, worsens muscle function and coordination, and can trigger or worsen tremors. For people with Parkinson's who already have compromised nervous system function, dehydration makes everything worse. The solution is remarkably simple, but needs to be done strategically. Before you get out of bed, before you do anything else, drink 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature or slightly warm water. I keep a large glass or bottle of water on my nightstand, so it's right there when I wake up. Room temperature or warm water is absorbed more quickly than cold water and doesn't shock your system. Add a pinch of high-quality sea salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice if available. The salt provides electrolytes which help your cells actually absorb and utilize the water rather than just passing it through. Sodium, potassium, and other minerals in sea salt support nerve and muscle function. The lemon provides vitamin C and helps alkalize your system. but plain water with just salt works perfectly fine. Drink this water slowly over about 5 minutes while still lying in bed or sitting up against your pillows. This gives your body time to start absorbing it before you begin moving. Many patients report that this simple step alone makes a noticeable difference in how they feel when they first get up. The science behind this is straightforward. Overnight, your blood volume decreases slightly due to fluid loss. This means less blood flow to your brain and muscles. Your blood also becomes slightly more concentrated and viscous, making it harder for your heart to pump efficiently. By rehydrating first thing, you're rapidly restoring blood volume, improving circulation to your brain, supporting neurotransmitter function, reducing stress hormone levels that tend to be elevated in the morning, and preparing your muscles and nerves to function better. One of my patients, Edward, was skeptical when I first suggested this. He thought drinking water before getting up sounded too simple to make any real difference, but he agreed to try it. Edward had severe morning tremors that made it nearly impossible for him to dress himself or prepare breakfast. His wife had to help him with these basic tasks every single morning. After just 3 days of drinking 16 ounces of water with a pinch of salt upon waking, Edward called me excited to report that his tremors were noticeably less severe. By 1 week, he was able to button his own shirt most mornings, something he hadn't been able to do in over a year. Edward became a believer in the power of this simple intervention and made it a non-negotiable part of his morning routine. He also started educating other people in his Parkinson support group about it. The key is consistency. You need to do this every single morning without exception. Keep that water prepared on your nightstand so there's no barrier to doing it. If you need to get up during the night to use the bathroom, that's a perfect time to refill your water for the morning. Some people worry about needing to urinate more frequently if they drink water first thing. And yes, you probably will need to use the bathroom within 30 to 60 minutes. But that's actually a good sign that your body is processing the water. The benefits for tremor control far outweigh the minor inconvenience of an extra bathroom trip. The second component of this morning routine happens after you've hydrated and involves gentle movement while still in bed. This addresses another major factor in morning tremors and rigidity: overnight immobility. When you sleep, especially if you don't move much during the night, your muscles and joints become stiff, your circulation slows, and your nervous system settles into a very low activity state. Then when you try to get up and start moving, you're asking your body to go from 0 to 60 immediately. For someone with Parkinson's whose movement initiation is already impaired, this abrupt transition from sleep to activity can trigger severe tremors and rigidity. The solution is to ease your nervous system and muscles into activity gradually with gentle bed exercises. While still lying in bed after drinking your water, spend 5 to 10 minutes doing these movements. Start with gentle ankle circles. Rotate your ankles in both directions, 10 circles each way. This gets blood flowing in your lower legs. Then do ankle pumps. Point your toes away from you, then flex them back toward you. Repeat 20 times. This activates your calf muscles, which are critical for circulation. Next, do knee bends. Bend one knee at a time, sliding your heel up toward your buttock. Then straighten. Alternate legs. 10 repetitions each leg. Move to pelvic tilts. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat on the bed. Gently arch your lower back, then press it flat against the bed. This mobilizes your spine and engages your core. Repeat 10 times. Do gentle twisting with knees bent and feet flat. Slowly lower both knees to one side while keeping your shoulders on the bed. Return to center, then lower to the other side. This rotation is wonderful for spinal mobility. Repeat 5 times each side. Add arm reaches. Extend one arm up toward the ceiling, then reach it across your body. Return and repeat with the other arm. 10 reaches each arm. This opens up your chest and shoulders. Do hand exercises. Make tight fists, then spread your fingers wide. Repeat 20 times. Circle your wrists in both directions. Press your palms together in front of your chest, then spread them apart. These hand movements are particularly important for people whose tremors affect their hands. Finish with deep breathing. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Take slow, deep breaths, focusing on expanding your belly with each inhale. Do 10 deep breaths. The key to these bed exercises is that they're gentle and controlled. You're not trying to get a workout. You're waking up your nervous system gradually, increasing blood flow, lubricating your joints, and preparing your body for more complex movements. This gentle progression from sleep to activity helps prevent the shock to your system that can trigger severe tremors. Many patients report that taking this time for bed exercises makes getting out of bed much easier and reduces the intensity of their morning tremors significantly. One patient, Dorothy, had been experiencing such severe morning rigidity that getting out of bed often took her 15 to 20 minutes. She would lie there feeling frustrated and scared, dreading the struggle ahead. After implementing these gentle bed exercises, Dorothy found she could get up much more smoothly, her rigidity was less severe, and her tremors were more manageable. She described it as the difference between a rusty machine trying to start versus a well-oiled one. The movements primed her nervous system and body for activity, making the transition from sleep to waking much smoother. If you have limited mobility or find some of these movements difficult, modify them as needed. Even tiny movements in the right direction are beneficial. The goal isn't perfection, it's gentle, progressive activation of your nervous system and muscles. Before we move to the third component of this routine, I want to pause and celebrate something important. If you're watching this video and learning about strategies to manage your Parkinson's symptoms, you're already doing something powerful. You're taking an active role in your health rather than passively accepting whatever happens. That mindset of empowerment and self-advocacy is itself therapeutic. Stress and helplessness make tremors worse, while feeling in control and hopeful makes them better. So acknowledge yourself for being here and learning. Now I want to ask you something. Have you discovered any tricks or techniques that help reduce your tremors, even temporarily? Maybe you've noticed that certain movements, positions, breathing patterns, or activities calm your tremors. These personal discoveries are valuable, not just for you, but for everyone in our community. Share your insight in the comments. Write something I discovered that helps my tremors is. Your tip might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Let's build our collective wisdom. Now let's continue with the third component of this powerful morning routine. The third component happens after your bed exercises and involves a specific type of contrast therapy that powerfully affects your nervous system, alternating between warm and cold exposure. This might sound unpleasant, but stick with me because the tremor-reducing effects are remarkable and the process is actually quite pleasant. Once you get used to it, the method is simple. After doing your gentle bed exercises, get up and go to the bathroom. Begin with a warm shower for 3 to 5 minutes. Let the warm water run over your neck, shoulders, and back. The warmth relaxes muscles, increases blood flow, and activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest system. After 3 to 5 minutes of warm water, switch to cool or cold water for 30 to 60 seconds. You don't have to make it ice cold, especially when you're first starting. Even cool water provides benefits. Let the cool water run over your body, focusing on your upper back and neck if possible. The cold exposure activates your sympathetic nervous system, causes blood vessels to constrict. Then when you step out, they dilate and triggers the release of norepinephrine, which is a neurotransmitter that can actually reduce tremors. Repeat this cycle 2 more times. Warm for 3 to 5 minutes. Cold for 30 to 60 seconds. End with warm water so you're not freezing when you step out. The total shower time is about 15 to 20 minutes, which is longer than most people normally shower, but the therapeutic benefits are worth it. The science behind contrast therapy is fascinating. The alternation between warm and cold creates a pumping action in your blood vessels, dramatically improving circulation throughout your body, including to your brain. This enhanced circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your brain and muscles, while removing metabolic waste products. The cold exposure triggers a surge of norepinephrine. Studies have shown that cold water immersion can increase norepinephrine levels by 200 to 300%. Norepinephrine has been shown in research to reduce tremor amplitude, likely by modulating the neural circuits involved in tremor generation. The alternating temperatures are also a form of hormetic stress, meaning a mild stress that makes your body stronger and more resilient. This activates adaptive responses that improve nervous system function. The process is also meditative and grounding. Focusing on the physical sensations of temperature helps you be present in your body rather than anxious about your symptoms. Anxiety makes tremors worse, so anything that calms your mind helps calm your tremors. Many patients initially resist this component because they don't like cold showers, and I understand that resistance. But I encourage you to try it for just 1 week and notice the effects. You can start with very brief cold exposure, even just 15 seconds, and gradually work up to longer durations as you adapt. One of my patients, Frank, absolutely hated cold water. He told me there was no way he would take cold showers, but his morning tremors were so severe that he was willing to try anything, Frank started with just 10 seconds of cool, not even cold water at the end of his normal shower. After 3 days, he noticed his tremors seemed a bit better. Encouraged, he increased to 20 seconds, then 30 by 2 weeks. Frank was doing the full contrast protocol and reporting that his morning tremors had decreased by what he estimated was 40 to 50%. He became a vocal advocate for contrast showers, telling everyone that the brief discomfort was nothing compared to the relief from tremors. If you absolutely cannot tolerate full-body cold exposure, you can get some benefits from contrast therapy applied to specific areas. Try alternating warm and cold washcloths on your neck and face, or contrast baths for your hands and feet. Fill one basin with warm water and another with cold, alternate soaking your hands or feet for 3 minutes warm, 1 minute cold. Repeat 3 times. While not as powerful as full-body contrast, this localized approach still provides benefits. Another modification is to gradually decrease the water temperature rather than making it suddenly cold. Some people find this easier to tolerate. The key principles are regular practice. Consistency is more important than intensity. Starting where you are and gradually progressing, and paying attention to how your body responds so you can adjust accordingly. Some people find that morning contrast showers become something they actually look forward to, a refreshing, energizing way to start the day. Feeling afterward is often described as invigorating and alive, quite different from the sluggish, rigid feeling most people with Parkinson's experience in the morning. If you have any cardiovascular issues, check with your doctor before starting contrast therapy. The temperature changes do affect heart rate and blood pressure. For most people, this is beneficial. But if you have significant heart disease or uncontrolled high blood pressure, you may need to modify the approach or skip this component. The fourth component of this morning routine involves specific nutritional timing and food choices that dramatically affect tremor control. What you eat for breakfast and when you eat it relative to your morning activities and medication can make an enormous difference. Many people with Parkinson's skip breakfast or have something very light like toast or cereal, thinking they'll eat more later. This is a mistake that virtually guarantees worse tremors and other symptoms. Your brain and nervous system need fuel to function properly. After an overnight fast of 8 to 12 hours, your brain is desperate for nutrients. If you don't provide them, your stress hormones rise to mobilize stored energy. These elevated stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, worsen tremors. Additionally, if your blood sugar drops too low in the morning, which it can after overnight fasting, this triggers a stress response that makes tremors worse. The solution is a strategic breakfast that provides exactly what your nervous system needs for optimal function. This means high-quality protein, healthy fats, minimal refined carbohydrates, and specific tremor-reducing nutrients. Here's what an ideal anti-tremor breakfast looks like. Start with protein. 3 whole eggs cooked any way you like are perfect. Eggs provide high-quality complete protein. They're rich in choline, which supports neurotransmitter function. They contain B vitamins critical for nervous system health, and they provide healthy fats. If you don't eat eggs, alternatives include wild salmon, Greek yogurt, or a high-quality protein shake. Add healthy fats. Half an avocado sliced provides monounsaturated fats that support brain function. Alternatively, a handful of raw nuts or a tablespoon of nut butter works well. Include non-starchy vegetables, sautéed spinach, bell peppers, mushrooms, or any vegetables you enjoy. Vegetables provide fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that support nervous system function. Add a small amount of complex carbohydrates if desired, a small sweet potato, a slice of whole grain sourdough bread, or some berries. Keep carbohydrates moderate to avoid blood sugar spikes. This breakfast provides sustained energy without causing blood sugar swings. It supports neurotransmitter production. It reduces inflammation. It provides antioxidants that protect against oxidative stress, and importantly, it includes specific nutrients that have been shown to help with tremor control. Magnesium from the spinach and avocado is a natural muscle relaxant and nervous system calmer. B vitamins from the eggs support dopamine production. Healthy fats support brain cell membrane function and reduce inflammation. Protein provides amino acids needed for neurotransmitter synthesis. The timing of this breakfast is also strategic. Eat within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Don't wait several hours to have your first meal. Your body needs fuel relatively quickly after waking. If you take levodopa in the morning, there's a timing consideration. Ideally, take your levodopa on an empty stomach, Then wait 30 to 60 minutes before eating this protein-rich breakfast. The protein in breakfast will compete with levodopa absorption. If eaten too close together, some people prefer to have a very light breakfast like berries and nuts before taking their morning levodopa, then have the full protein-rich breakfast an hour later, once the medication has been absorbed. Others prefer to take their medication, do some light activity, then eat breakfast. Work with your doctor to find the timing that works best for your medication regimen. But the key principle is, don't skip breakfast and make sure it's nutrient-dense when you do eat. One of my patients, Helen, had been skipping breakfast for years. She wasn't hungry in the morning and thought she was doing something healthy by practicing intermittent fasting. But her morning tremors were severe. She also experienced significant fatigue and brain fog. When I explained the importance of a proper breakfast for nervous system function, Helen agreed to try eating within an hour of waking. She started with scrambled eggs, avocado, and sautéed vegetables. Within 3 days, Helen noticed a dramatic difference. Her tremors were less severe. Her energy was better. She felt mentally clearer. By 2 weeks, her morning tremors had improved so much that her husband commented on the change. Helen was frustrated that something so simple had made such a difference and wished she had known years earlier. She also noticed that her medications seemed to work better throughout the day when she started her morning with this nutrient-dense breakfast. The lesson is that your brain needs fuel, especially in the morning after an overnight fast. Providing the right fuel at the right time supports optimal nervous system function and reduces tremors. Conversely, skipping breakfast or having a poor quality breakfast high in refined carbohydrates and sugar sets you up for worse symptoms all day. Many people find that once they establish this breakfast habit, they start craving this type of meal in the morning. Your body learns that it will receive nourishment and actually starts signaling hunger at breakfast time. Meal prep can make this easier. You can hard-boil eggs in advance, pre-chop vegetables, and have everything ready to go. On busy mornings, a smoothie with protein powder, frozen berries, spinach, avocado, and almond milk can provide similar nutrition in a quick portable form. The fifth and final component of this morning routine is specific breathwork and gentle movement that directly calms your nervous system and reduces tremors. This is done after you've hydrated, done your bed exercises, taken your contrast shower, and eaten your breakfast. At this point, you're probably 30 to 45 minutes into your morning. Now spend 10 to 15 minutes on breath-focused movement. This serves multiple purposes. It further activates your parasympathetic calming nervous system, improves the mind-body connection, which is often disrupted in Parkinson's. It provides gentle cardiovascular activity that increases blood flow to the brain, and it incorporates specific breathing patterns that have been shown to reduce tremor amplitude. Here's the specific protocol. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. You can do this standing, sitting, or even lying down depending on your mobility level. Begin with box breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. Hold empty for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle 10 times. Box breathing activates your vagus nerve, which is the main nerve of your parasympathetic system. It slows your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and creates a state of calm alertness. Studies have shown that this type of breathing can reduce tremor amplitude within just a few minutes. Next, do gentle movement with coordinated breathing. The key is slow controlled movements paired with deep breathing. Here are several options. Standing or seated arm raises. As you inhale, slowly raise your arms out to the sides and up overhead. As you exhale, slowly lower your arms back down. The movement should take the entire length of your breath. Repeat 10 times. This creates a meditative moving practice. Gentle spinal twists, sitting or standing. Place your hands on your shoulders. As you inhale, turn your upper body to the right. As you exhale, return to center. Inhale and turn to the left. Exhale back to center. Repeat 10 times each direction. Weight shifts. Standing with feet hip-width apart. As you inhale, slowly shift your weight onto your right foot. As you exhale, shift to your left foot. This improves balance and coordination. Repeat 20 times. Tai Chi-inspired movements. If you're familiar with Tai Chi, any slow-flowing movements work beautifully. If not, simply make slow, sweeping motions with your arms while focusing on your breath. The slower and more controlled the movement, the better. Walking meditation. If you're able to walk, try walking very slowly while coordinating your breath with your steps. Inhale for 4 steps. Exhale for 4 steps. Walk for 5 to 10 minutes. The principles that make these movements therapeutic are slow, controlled execution. Every movement should be deliberate and smooth. No rushing or jerky movements. Breath coordination. Timing your movements to your breath creates a powerful mind-body connection. Full attention. Focus completely on the sensations of breathing and moving. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back. These practices might seem simple, but their effects on the nervous system are profound. Research on similar practices, including Tai Chi, Qigong, and yoga, has consistently shown benefits for Parkinson's. Symptoms including tremor reduction. The mechanisms involve several pathways. First, the slow conscious breathing directly activates your parasympathetic nervous system, shifting you out of fight or flight stress mode and into rest and digest calm mode. Stress makes tremors worse. Calm makes them better. Second, the focused attention required for coordinated breathing and movement acts as a form of meditation. This reduces anxiety and mental chatter, which both contribute to tremor severity. Third, the slow controlled movements improve proprioception, which is your sense of body position in space. Parkinson's impairs proprioception, and these practices help restore it. Fourth, the practice increases body awareness and the mind-body connection. Many people with Parkinson's feel disconnected from their bodies. These practices help you reconnect. Fifth, there's evidence that focused breathing practices can modulate the neural circuits involved in tremor generation, possibly through effects on the thalamus and cerebellum. One of my patients, James, was a former engineer who liked everything explained scientifically. When I first suggested breathwork and gentle movement, he was skeptical. It seemed too soft and woo-woo for his taste. But James was desperate for relief from his morning tremors, which were making it impossible for him to work on his beloved woodworking projects. I convinced him to try it for 2 weeks as an experiment, approaching it like a scientific test. James was meticulous about the practice, doing it every single morning for exactly 15 minutes. By the end of week 1, he noticed that his tremors were calmer after the practice. By week 2, the effect was lasting longer into his day. By 1 month, James reported that his morning tremors had decreased by what he estimated was 60%. He became a devoted practitioner, telling everyone that the breathing and movement practice was as effective as any medication he'd tried. James also noticed benefits beyond tremor reduction. He felt calmer and less anxious throughout the day. He slept better at night, and his overall sense of well-being improved. The key to success with this component is regular, consistent practice, 10 to 15 minutes every single morning. It's tempting to skip it when you're busy or feeling rushed, but that's exactly when you need it most. Consider this time non-negotiable, as important as taking your medication. If you need to wake up 15 minutes earlier to fit it in, do that. The benefits are worth it. Over time, you may find that this practice becomes something you look forward to, a peaceful, centering way to start your day. Many people find that it transforms not just their tremors, but their entire relationship with their body and their disease. Let me now walk you through exactly how to put all 5 components together into a cohesive morning routine. This is what your ideal morning looks like. You wake up naturally or to an alarm before getting out of bed. Drink 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water with a pinch of sea salt. Take 5 to 10 minutes to do gentle bed exercises as described. Slowly get out of bed and go to the bathroom. Take your 15 to 20 minute contrast shower. Warm for 3 to 5 minutes. Cold for 30 to 60 seconds. Repeat 3 times. End with warm, dry off, and dress in comfortable clothes. If you take morning levodopa, take it now on an empty stomach while waiting for your medication to absorb. You can do some light activity like tidying up or preparing breakfast 30 to 60 minutes after taking your medication. Or if you don't take morning levodopa, immediately eat your nutrient-dense breakfast, high protein, healthy fats, vegetables, moderate complex. Carbohydrates. After breakfast, spend 10 to 15 minutes on breathwork and gentle movement as described. The total time for this entire routine is about 45 to 60 minutes, depending on your pace. I know that might sound like a lot, especially if you're used to rushing through your morning. But consider what you're gaining: dramatically reduced tremors, better energy throughout the day, improved mental clarity, better medication effectiveness, reduced anxiety and stress, enhanced. A sense of control and well-being. Is 60 minutes invested in feeling significantly better for the rest of your day worth it? I think most people would say absolutely yes, especially once they experience the results. Let me address some common concerns and obstacles people raise about implementing this routine. Concern number 1, I don't have 60 minutes in my morning. My response is that you make time for what's important. If spending 60 minutes in the morning meant your tremors were 50% better for the entire rest of the day, wouldn't that be worth rearranging your schedule? Consider waking up earlier, or look at what you're currently doing in the morning that could be eliminated or shortened. Many people spend significant time on activities that don't serve their health. Scrolling social media, watching news. These can be reduced or eliminated. Concern number 2. The cold shower part sounds awful. I understand. Start very gradually. Even 10 seconds of cool water at the end of your normal shower provides some benefit. Work up slowly. Most people adapt and even come to enjoy it. Concern number 3. I'm not coordinated enough for the movement practices. The beauty of these practices is that they're gentle and can be modified for any ability level. If you can't stand, do them seated. If you can't do arm movements, focus on breathing and small hand movements. Something is always better than nothing. Concern number 4. I don't cook and don't know how to make the breakfast you described. Eggs and vegetables can be prepared very simply. Scrambled eggs take 5 minutes. You can buy pre-washed, pre-cut vegetables to make it even easier, or prepare a batch of hard-boiled eggs at the beginning of the week. Concern number 5. What if I do all this and it doesn't work for me? Give it a genuine try for at least 2 weeks. Be consistent with all 5 components, then assess. Most people notice benefits within 3 to 5 days. If after 2 weeks you notice absolutely no difference, then you can reassess. But most people will notice significant improvements if they're truly consistent. I also want to address the importance of consistency versus perfection. You don't have to do this perfectly every single day. Life happens. Some mornings you'll be rushed and can only do an abbreviated version. That's okay. Do what you can and get back to the full routine the next day. The goal is to make this your default morning pattern, the thing you do most days, not something you stress about doing perfectly. Also, be willing to modify the routine to fit your life and preferences. Maybe you prefer your contrast therapy as a bath rather than a shower. Or maybe you do better with a smoothie breakfast than a cooked meal. The principles are what matter most. Hydration, gentle progressive movement, contrast therapy, nutrient-dense breakfast, and breath-focused practice. How you implement those principles can be flexible. Some people find it helpful to track their morning routine and their tremor severity to see the connection clearly. Keep a simple journal. Note whether you did the full routine and rate your tremor severity on a scale of 1 to 10 at several points during the day. After a week or 2, patterns will emerge. You'll likely notice that days when you do the full routine correlate with lower tremor scores. This data can be motivating and help you stay consistent. Share your routine with family members and ask for their support. Maybe your spouse can help you prepare breakfast or remind you to do your breathing practice. Having accountability and support makes any behavior change easier. Connect with others who are trying this routine, whether online or in person. Sharing experiences and encouraging each other creates momentum. For people with Parkinson's who are tired of feeling like victims of their symptoms, who want to take active control of their health, who are looking for safe, effective, non-pharmaceutical strategies to reduce tremors, this morning routine represents a powerful evidence-based approach. Every component has scientific rationale and clinical validation. Together, they create synergistic effects that can dramatically improve your morning symptom control and set you up for better function throughout the entire day. The improvements happen quickly. Most people notice changes within just a few days, not months or years. This immediate feedback helps reinforce the behavior and motivates you to continue. Unlike medications which may have side effects and risks, this routine only has positive side effects: better hydration, improved fitness, better nutrition, reduced stress, enhanced well-being. There's literally no downside. I encourage you to start tomorrow morning. Commit to 2 weeks of consistent practice and pay attention to how you feel. I'm confident that you'll notice significant improvements in your tremors and overall symptom control. Many patients tell me this morning routine has been transformative, giving them back a sense of control and hope that they had lost, allowing them to start their days with confidence rather than dread. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up tomorrow and actually look forward to your morning rather than dreading it. Imagine having tremors that are manageable rather than overwhelming. Imagine feeling energized and clear-headed rather than foggy and exhausted. This is possible, and it starts with implementing this 5-component morning routine consistently. If this video has given you hope and practical strategies that you're excited to try, I'd love for you to join our Beyond Parkinson community by subscribing to this channel. We create weekly content specifically for people with Parkinson's and their caregivers. covering evidence-based strategies for managing symptoms, slowing progression, and maintaining quality of life. Our mission is to empower you with information and tools that most doctors don't have time to discuss in brief appointments. By subscribing, you'll be notified every time we publish new content, ensuring you don't miss strategies that could make a real difference in your life. Simply click the subscribe button below this video, then click the bell icon to turn on notifications. Also, I'd love to hear about your experience if you try this morning routine. Leave a comment in a week or two letting us know how it's going. Did you notice tremor reduction? Which components were most helpful? What modifications did you make? Your feedback helps us continue creating content that serves this community's needs. Remember that you have more power over your symptoms than you might realize. Consistent application of evidence-based lifestyle strategies like this morning routine can dramatically improve your quality of life. Thank you so much for watching today, and I look forward to hearing about your success with this tremor-reducing morning routine. Here's to better mornings and better days ahead. Take excellent care of yourself.